We've got an unusual morning kick-off, but just wanted to have a chat with Pete just to get your impressions of what you've seen so far. Third pre-season game. How do you think things are looking?
I've seen all three. It's definitely Monday night. It was an improvement, particularly first half. It looked good. There was lots of play. We would defend. We were attacking well. The movements looked good. I'm impressed by that. I think the second half it changed slightly because of the trialists coming in and the changes that were made. But I'm hopeful that we're going to have a good season.
What are you making of the new look side so far, AJ?
Actually, you can see it coming together as a pre-season go on. I mean, today it was good, especially the first half. I think the second half it sort of tailed off a little bit, but that's probably due to conditions. But overall, having seen all the friendlies so far this season, you can certainly see it knitting together as each game goes ahead. Yeah. You know, it's a brand new manager and a brand new team. So only one we know is Tommy from last season, and it's all come together and it's looking really good. It's looking really strong as well. What I've noticed about this season as well so far is how big they are. We seem to be having some big defenders because Carshalton usually have small teams, but seem to be a bit more physical, a bit more presence about us this season, and it's looking good so far. Yeah.
Okay. What do you think of the side so far that you've seen?
You can see clear progression every game. I'm actually been quite pleasantly surprised. They're trying to play a lot of football, more than I was perhaps expecting. I think there's improvements all over the pitch. He's over the few games he's played different centre-half partnerships. He's clearly got some, probably the wrong phrase, but some big bruises in. He's definitely solidified at the centre. Two attacking fullbacks, right and left. I think the midfield's work in progress. Clearly, a lot of them are the trialists, and Tommy is the glue that's holding it together. All in all, particularly today with the 3 goals, which are well made and well taken, I think it's looking promising. Definite progress.
Anyone in particular you'd like to see the club sign, or positional, or anyone you'd like to see come back? I mean, I don't think Mo Salah's available. He might be slightly out of budget, but anyone else that you'd
Harry Kane actually. No, I think we need a focal point up front. Harry would be excellent, but not sure there. But we will see before season starts whether there's any changes at Dorking, whether he becomes available. But that would be my impression on the squad. We just need somebody a bit extra to hold it up and let others join in, and then I think we'll have what we've got looking good, certainly.
I think the refresh that we've had has been very positive. I don't know if it's really sort of our players have done well, but that Paqueta, that I think is down as a trialist. I've seen him play a few times at other teams when I go do me ground hopping, and I'd like to sign him permanently. And that 7, I don't know his name, there's a headband. He's down as trialist. He looks quite good. He's looked good today as well. But I've got to say, I think that my player so far has been Tommy Bradford, because he looks completely rejuvenated this season. I think the fact that he's been pushed more up front as well, because he did score 30 goals for us playing up front earlier on in his career, and then got pushed back and back. But the fact that Steve Mckimm is playing him more up front, and you can see it, he just looks refreshed and he looks on it and looks fit as well. He was really fit considering he played the whole game today. And it's not cold out here. He's done very well.
I don't know if you've seen the fixtures that came out in the week, the actual season fixtures. The first game down here on August 13th, Brightlingsea Regent. Looking forward to those, and then a couple of tough games, to be fair, away at Lewis and Horsham. How do you see those going?
We've Brightlingsea a well-run club. First of all, I met the directors. They're a nice club, but I think the travelling, that should be we should start that one off with a win. Lewis, obviously in recent years, all we had to do was turn up and win, but that changed last year. But they clearly had re-established themselves as a proper club last season, doing well. So I think that one's real tough. Horsham should be interesting. 2 ex-Carshalton players there. Whether Danny Dudley will be fit is another matter, but I would imagine Bobby would be playing, will be a tad up for that game.
Yeah.
But that I would like to think that you'd like to think we could get one win out of those two games. The things at the moment, look here, and you can see progress being made, particularly today.
I think with Brightlingsea, I think that's a good opening fixture. Certainly pleased that it's a home, that's for sure. Lewis will be tough, as he always is, and Horsham looking stronger with this new striker they've got from Kays. It'll be interesting.
Well, Brightlingsea, I think we had a good big result against them at home. Was it last season, the 6-0, weren't it, or the season before? It's always good to start at home. Lewis, I like Lewis. I like going there. They're always a tough team, and it's one of my favourite away grounds as well. Horsham, we'll see a couple of ex-Orbies down there as well. Bobby and Danny. So that'll be a tough game as well, because they all seem to be rebuilding and stuff as well. But Lewis, I'm looking forward to very much, and I just want to get the season started now. So it hasn't been that long, but I'm just enjoying it, and I'm sort of enjoying the whole club seems refreshed now because of the team changes and everything like that. So good so far, enjoying it.
Joined by Steve Mckimm after the third pre-season game of the year, beat Met Police today 3-2. So step up certainly in terms of league positions in meeting Met Police, and you must be pleased with the response, particularly after going behind to that penalty quite early on.
Yeah, definitely. They had a few players missing today. Speaking to Gav beforehand, they had quite a few youngsters out, but that's what Met Police do. Always bring through the youngsters, always there or thereabouts, and that's testament to Gav and his team. And we knew we was going to be up for it, whatever team was put out there. So we had a couple of withdrawals early doors this morning because of slight knocks and niggles, and we can't really push them too much because we've still got a long way to go. But yeah, going one down and the response was very good with the 3 goals. The goal was very disappointing because it was a replica of Hive's first goal, and that's something we've got to eradicate very, very quickly. It's something that I won't tolerate and won't be happy with if it continues, and that comes down to the players. They've got to deal with them situations out there. We give them a platform to play, how we want them to do things, and like I say, that's not acceptable in my book. But having said that, we then went back on the front foot and we had a couple of chances, and then we sort of got the 3 goals in, I think, almost quick succession, which was good to see.
And you mentioned you had a few players missing today. Any sort of worries longer term injury wise? I know Paris is out for a while, but we've known that for a little while. But today, are they just niggles? Yeah,
no, Arthur's back stiff. Tom Beer took a whack on his foot on Monday and struggled in training Thursday, and it done a fitness test at 8:30 this morning. It wasn't right. And Bobby Mills is struggling with a little bit of a groin.
Aaron
Smith-Joseph, yes. He got a ball in the eye last week, and no one knows, but he had an operation on Thursday, but still wanted to play today. We've had to tell him he couldn't play. Only some laser treatment to it because it was all bloodshot still. We told him we couldn't take the chance of him playing. 5 to 7 days, so he should be back training next Tuesday, raring to go next week. He doesn't want to miss any training or any games because he wants to be a big part of it next year. So, like I say, nothing major, but we just don't want to push him too much because it will affect him in the long run.
Yeah. And obviously another super hot day today, so you have to be careful about managing the minutes, I guess, that individual players are getting. So is that restricting any of the combinations you want to look at the moment, or is it you able pretty much to see what you want to see?
No, today did, because obviously Leo's just come into the building and so has Sam. So Daryl's played 2 90s, so the idea Arthur would have played, but because he couldn't, Daryl's had to play again. So we were sort of like mindful of him. So then we stuck Leo left side centre half, just for him to get 90 minutes. For Sam to try and get 90 minutes, and people were playing out positions, but that's what pre-season's about. The first few games is getting them up to speed with matches, and then we can start, when people are 100%, we can start getting our patterns and our shapes going with individual partnerships.
And don't really want to pull out individual players. We've got to mention Leo Hamlin, first game, getting on the score sheet, quite a tidy goal as well.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad, was it? He seemed to go for a few tackles and put it in the bottom corner. Listen, Leo's a young lad, good prospect, and like I say, he'll be their competition. And as people might find it weird that I've signed 2 left backs, but when you sign 2 right backs and a left back, people don't bat an eyelid. You know, fullbacks can play anywhere. So when we put him out there, he was comfortable coming inside and just serving the ball with his left foot on his best side. Normally you get a right footer out there doing the same thing. So we've got our 3 fullbacks now for competition, and like I say, it's down to them to cement a place, whether it's right back Crosley or Leo or Sam. There's all competition there for all 3 of them to get 2 places.
Okay. And next up, you've got Sutton Common Rovers on next Saturday, so you've got a few days to get some training in. What do you expect from them? What do you know about them?
Well, they're a good side. Lee Flavin and Darren, you know, they're assembling a very good side there. They had a tough year last year in that league. Their first one when they went up, but I think they've seen what they need, and they've sort of gone and got some good players. So it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be an enjoyable game. Another one we've got to tick off because then we've got Hampton on the Monday. So players this week, as we've done it this week, so we can get 2 training sessions into them for them 2 games coming up, and they're going to work hard. We're going to work on some shape again, and gradually me and Barry can see things coming closer together to what we want. And there's some bits there that we need to work on, but if any team goes through pre-season where everything clicks, they inevitably start the season slow.
Yeah. Okay. Well, encouraging progress today, and well done, and look forward to next Saturday.
Just like to say thanks to Paul basically, and I feel for the young children that had their soccer school cancelled today, but like with Paul doing that was a massive help to us, because the weather now it's ridiculous, and then players struggle to play in at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Being 3 o'clock is a nightmare. So like I say, it was unfortunate for the children that had it cancelled. Grateful for Paul for doing it. But like I say, the kids will be back here next week, sort of like kicking around as they normally do. But that was much needed today, and I appreciate the fans coming out as well in this weather, because it's sometimes intolerable. Yeah. But there you go. That's that little speech.
Okay. Well done today, and onwards and upwards. Thanks a lot. Cheers. I've got a familiar face to Carshalton fans amongst a sea of new faces this year. Tommy Bradford finished today. Carshalton Athletic 3, Met Police 2. Tommy on the score sheet. Just going back to all the new faces, I think you said earlier to me a couple of weeks back you felt like the new boy in your old school. Are you starting to get to know a few people now, at least?
Yeah. Getting to know everyone now as the weeks go on. Starting to get integrated with everyone. But yeah, it was a bit like that first session back. I thought I was a bit like the stranger, like the new player of the team. But yeah, it was weird, but all coming together now. Not
helped by Paris crocking himself before training.
Yeah, Paris and walkies, having a little break until December, I think.
I don't want to dig you out in the first time we talked this year, but you got more goals in pre-season this year than you scored the whole of last season. So you do seem to be playing further forward. Am I getting that right?
Yeah, but I think that's not through like being asked to play deep or anything like that. It's just sort of I feel a bit fitter this year, so I'm able to get around the pitch a bit more. So that's helping me out.
Good. Okay, and good finish again today. Just sort of broke to you in the box. Looked like you sort of dealt with it pretty calmly, picked your spot.
Yeah, well, when it comes to me, it was probably harder to miss. So I thought, as long as I just concentrate on making good contact, I shouldn't really miss from there. So yeah, that's all I was trying to do.
Okay. And getting back to goal scoring, I mean, are you sort of guy who sets targets? Are you going to set yourself a target for this year?
I will do. I always aim for 10 plus. That's always the sort of when I get to that point as a midfielder. So that's what I'll aim for again. Okay.
And you got weeks now of, well, I'm going to say a bit of a break, but actually I'm sure training's going to be tough. And then Sutton Common Rovers, who presumably you won't have come up against very often, so a bit of an unknown quantity for you.
Yeah, I've never played against SCR, so that'll be a new one. I think they play over at Whiteleaf as well, so I've played there loads of times. So yeah, training will be tough again in the week, just getting fit, getting more runs in the legs, and just working towards the start of the season.
Well done today, and yeah, look forward to seeing you during the rest of the season.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Thanks, Tom.
Cheers, mate. Cheers.